Have you ever considered what the zombie apocalypse might be like? The end of times, the Walking Dead, humanity in a desperate struggle for survival against some great, dark adversary? It probably all sounds a little bit far-fetched, a bit Hollywood. And I suppose it might be. But nevertheless, we can learn an incredible amount about ourselves and our societies when we consider how we would behave in these kinds of apocalyptic situations. I study human cooperation in times of adversity because I'm interested in understanding whether the spirit of human generosity can help us get through apocalyptic times, or if we would just simply turn on each other. Let's face the zombies and find out. This is ASU. Would the fabric of society break down in the zombie apocalypse? Or would people mostly help each other? If you watch a lot of movies, you might think that a zombie apocalypse would turn us humans into, well, monsters. But it turns out that we humans are actually pretty darn cooperative when the poop hits the fan. In times of disaster, people usually help one another and work together to deal with the disaster and to help their communities recover. Now, a zombie apocalypse hasn't happened yet, so we can't say for sure what would happen if the undead suddenly lurched into our world. But if we look at disasters like Gulf Coast hurricanes and West Coast earthquakes, we can see that the very best parts of human nature often come alive when we face the worst of times. In the aftermath of 1992's Hurricane Andrew, people strung power lines across the street to neighbors whose power was interrupted. After the 1904 San Francisco earthquake, many people were left homeless and without anything. Yet, amazingly, whole communities arose in parks, providing food and shelter and even lively music for those in need. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone will always be wonderful when things are horrible. There are some people who try to take advantage of difficult situations, trying to gain resources or power when things are chaotic. And even people who are by and large cooperative can end up doing selfish things if they fear that everyone else will do the same. That means that our very fear that society could break down in a zombie apocalypse could be the very cause of that breakdown. An apocalyptic self-fulfilling prophecy if I've ever heard one. This is one of the reasons why it's important for all of us to know and appreciate just how fundamental cooperation and generosity are to our human nature, and not just for the zombie apocalypse. As we face unprecedented changes in our climate, more extreme weather events, and disasters like wildfires and earthquakes, more and more of us will be dealing with shocks and catastrophes. And we'll need to work together with our neighbors and communities to deal with them through cooperation and mutual aid. So, if the zombies start scratching at your door, or an asteroid strikes, and we face the kind of apocalyptic adversity that we might only expect to see in a Hollywood blockbuster, do we have to worry about our neighbors turning on us too? We know from times of adversity and disaster that people are helpful and take care of those in need, even if they are strangers. Zombie movies and TV shows can overblow the threat from other humans and ignore the power of human cooperation in times of adversity. Humans are more cooperative in catastrophes than many movies and TV shows make them out to be. So maybe we don't have as much to worry about in the zombie apocalypse, at least when it comes to the humans around us. So we can focus our attention collectively on the real threat, the zombies. This was ASU. Thanks for watching.